let's talk about what we can do now as actionable items for Californians and those that live in the Western United States. What can we do to protect our homes and our families from these raging wildfires that are ongoing throughout the entire planet right now? And so let me first congratulate IBHS. They've done an amazing job with creating this wildfire prepared home in the city of Paradise. I was on the phone with Alistair Watt last week from IBHS, and so glad to hear all of the benchmarks that they've reached to create this type of home. And I'm very proud that we have been doing that and a little bit more to be able to help homeowners in the preparation against wildfire. And so right now we're serving a lot of the high net worth clients. For those of you that have clients in that area, those types of clients, we're getting a lot of messages that are saying that the insurance carriers are giving them ultimatums. You know, you're either going to prepare your home and here's the task of what needs to happen, or, you know, it's a non-renewal, or premiums go excessively higher. And so a lot of these clients are calling us to say, hey, OP, what can you do? And so let me just share with you what you can do and even share this video with clients. It's very, very simple. I'm going to break it down as easily as I possibly can. Number one is walk around the perimeter of your home. And the 0 to 5 feet area is considered the immediate zone. So if your wall is here, anywhere 5 feet away, that immediate zone needs to be cleared of any combustible materials. What does that mean? That means that you've got these shrubs that are up against the home. That should be removed. You have these trees that are up against the house within 5 feet. Those should be removed. You have bougainvilleas that are, you know, decorative pieces on the house. That should be removed. You have patio furniture with cushions that's up against the home. Those need to be moved 5 feet away. Now, I know that seems very aggressive, but my friends, we're talking about survivability of your home, okay? Some of you might have California Fair Plan. I promise you, you do not want to find out what they cover, or more importantly, what they do not cover. And the Fair Plan will be the first one to tell you, you do not want to have a claim with them because you might think you're covered for up to $3 million. There's so many limitations, my friends. Make the investment to clear off 0 to 5. That's number one. Number two. Number two is look around to see what type of vents that you have. If you have an attic, then you're going to have roof vents to ventilate the attic, or you're going to have gable end vents to ventilate the attic. If you have a raised foundation, you're going to have vents at the bottom area, which are called foundation vents. And so if your home is brand spanking new in 2021, no worries. But if it's not, you've got to install ember resistant vents. Ember resistant vents. Contact us and we'll make sure that we go out there and do an assessment, and we'll let you know all of what needs to happen. On top of that, as you're looking at the vents, look at, do you have gutter guards? Do you have anything protecting the gutters? Because remember, flying embers will combust any material that's in the gutters. And if you have a screen over it, now you're more protected. And while we're speaking about embers, my friends, embers are the cause of up to 90% of property damage during a wildfire event. These embers are traveling for miles. So even if you don't have flames hitting your house, don't think you're protected. Don't think that, hey, you know, I'm not going to have any damage to my home because I don't live in that wildfire zone area. I promise you, that wildfire high severity zone, that's being remodified this year. And a lot of people are going to be very surprised to understand that now that they've expanded it and done more research, a lot of homes are going to enter into that zone, specifically because of the ember casting that is created during these wildfires. So step number three to be able to protect your home is vegetation. My friends, I know it seems weird that we're talking about trees and bushes and all that, but that is what ignites first, oftentimes. So if you have any large shrubs, bushes, trees, they might look green outside, but I guarantee you, if you just open up those shrubs and you look in, there's dead, dry vegetation, often dead leaves inside. Embers love that. That is like firewood for embers. And so when they jump into that area, boom, that ignites. And then you have what's considered ladder fuel, and it continues to get and reach other vegetation and other vegetation that's larger until it has flames that are massive that are now impeding on top of your house. And so trim your vegetation, remove some trees if they're too close. The fourth thing and last thing, which I'm very, very excited about, is the application of fire retardant, Phos-Chek. We've all seen Phos-Chek drop from the airplanes. We've all seen the red dye, except in the last few years, it's become available to you, it's become available to me, and it's clear. Now we're able to spray that ourselves on our own trees, inside of the dead brush. If you can't trim it, you've gotta apply it. If you can't trim it, you've gotta apply it. On top of that, this can be sprayed on wood fences. It can be sprayed on wood decks to add this layer of protection. So when these flying embers come at us and they hit the vegetation, it is non-combustible. And some of you might think, hey, OP, that's gonna give people a false sense of security. I mentioned everything because it's a holistic approach. If you just do the vents, you're not going to have full protection. If you just do vegetation management, you're not going to have full protection. If you just do Phos-Chek, you're not going to have full protection. It is the combination of everything together that gives you the best case scenario for your home to survive. Now, on the topic of Phos-Chek, my friends, we sprayed a park in local California here for one of the fire marshals. And they knew that we were doing that with the city of Pasadena, and they said, hey, OP, it's a great idea. We're doing fireworks ourselves in this park. Please spray the perimeter. We sprayed the perimeter in late June. My friends, there was someone in this homeless encampment nearby. Someone came by and began to try to ignite the vegetation yesterday. There were crowds of people watching this gentleman trying to ignite it, okay? They even have some video footage. It's not the best, but video footage of this person literally trying to ignite the brush and then going on 5 feet across, trying to ignite the brush again. I don't know why, but the reality is, my friends, it began to burn slowly and then it died out. In the fire department, we just spoke to them today. They're like, hey, man, we're not sure why that happened. And then they found out we actually sprayed Phos-Chek. They began to talk to the fire marshal and they said, boom, completely makes sense. And by the way, it saved so many homes that were up on the hillside that would have been impacted. My friends, I'm telling you, there are things that we can do. We are not powerless. We are not powerless against wildfire. Take this advice, share with your friends, share with your family. These are some actionable things that we can do today to begin to protect ourselves, our families, and our properties. Boom. God bless. Peace.